show. I am your host, Mary. Yesterday we talked about the Charleston and the Jitterbug, but today I'm here with a special guest to inform us about the Flapper Girls. Although she wishes to remain anonymous, she's in fact one of my good friends who live a few streets down. I've invited her here today to discuss the fashions of these Flapper Girls and tell us what it's all about. So, special guest, please tell us about your opinion on this new fashion.
Good afternoon, Mary. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I think it's important that young women should be informed about this outrageous rebellion and know not to follow it. I just want to start out by saying I don't support the new Flapper Girl fashion at all. I find it extremely inappropriate. I started noticing it first when one night my husband came home, and as he was walking through the door, I saw these women outside, barely wearing any clothing and acting like drunken fools. It didn't bother me much until my daughter began destroying her skirts, cutting them shorter, and wearing stockings made of rayon. But in a bit of breeze, her knee can be observed. How absurd! I was horrified that she would even consider imitating those hussies.
Oh, so your daughter would be a part of this? Does she care that you don't approve of this new phase of hers? Or is she just going to do her own thing and keep acting out?
Yes, in fact, she's a part of this, and she knows that I don't approve. What mother would? But she doesn't care. She even cut off all her beautiful, lush hair. It started out with a bob, and later she cut it even shorter. When I asked her what she had done, she explained to me that it was called a shingle. It's absolutely hideous. She had it slicked down and curled on both sides, covering her ears, and then she had the nerve to ask me to buy her a cloche and makeup.
It can't look that bad. I've already seen a few girls with that type of hairstyle, and it actually looks pretty good on them. Another hairstyle I've seen is the eat-on. Now that one is hideous. But I'm sorry, what exactly is a cloche?
They're all hideous to me. They shouldn't even be cutting their hair in the first place. Even the Gibson girls were surprised. Oh, and a cloche is one of those stupid little bell-shaped hats made of felt. And as for the makeup, she can forget it. Only loose women wear that junk. I've already found some stashed in her room, too. She had it all, the rouge and the powder with eyeliner, and even that god-awful scarlet lipstick. It may be popular now, but it sends out such a promiscuous message.
Has she given any insight as to why so many young women have begun this shocking new image? There must be a reason, so what is it? What is the message that these young women are trying to send out to us?
Well, apparently they're trying to keep up with the new jazz age. When I found her corset in the garbage, she explained that the new energetic dances required girls to be able to move more freely, which they couldn't do in, and I quote, Ironsides. She even told me about this new underwear that she used to replace pantaloons called step-ins. How ridiculous.
I bet the boys enjoyed removing those at petting parties. Alright, thank you. We will be right back after this short commercial break.
Get your Baby Ruth today. It's the healthier choice.
Baby, here's the truth. It's what's inside the Baby Ruth. Bursting nuts and rich caramel mixed with chocolate is quite swell. If you wanna have some fun, have a Baby Ruth in the sun. It's a healthy choice to make your friends rejoice. Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
Hey folks, welcome back to the radio show. I am your host, Mary, and we are talking about the fashion of the flapper. So, anonymous guest, what do you think your mother would have said if your generation had begun this new fashion?
I remember when the Gibson girls started acting out, wearing their long, lush hair loosely on top of their heads, long, straight skirts that actually covered their knees, and shirts with high collars. Why do flapper girls have to take it to such extremes, though? Flaunting their sexuality? I would never act out in such a way, or even try to compete with the men. Not only are these poor girls smoking and drinking, but they're strapping their chest down with strips of cloth.
Maybe the flapper girls are trying to prove that they're just as worthy as men. Usually it's only the men who drink and smoke nowadays. And when you said that the girls are strapping their chests down with strips of cloth, it's almost like they have no interest in being ladies anymore.
I completely agree with you, but it just pains me that my daughter has rejected her future of becoming a fine young lady to adopting this new cultural faux pas.
Alright, well, I guess that's all the time we have for today, folks. Tune in again tomorrow for more of your favorite show, The Pretty Show.